Rules and regulations governing mixed martial arts events could soon be extended to kickboxing and other fighting sports. Gina Mangieri reports.
Joe, supporters, including the state regulators, say it's intended to keep the contestants safe from risks, including repetitive head injury and blood-borne pathogens. Opponents say it's too costly and would drive amateurs to underground events and street fights instead.
MMA, or mixed martial arts, are governed by a Hawaii state program that requires event participants to be licensed, get regular blood work and physicals. Promoters must be licensed, provide security and insurance. 2 doctors and at least 3 judges must be cage-side. Referees are licensed.
Currently, there are promoters that have an MMA license and they do MMA shows, but once a fighter doesn't have their blood work, they want to change it to a kickboxing event, and therefore they don't fall under regulations of state.
A bill before the legislature would close that loophole, putting kickboxing, pankration, Muay Thai, and extreme MMA under the same rules.
By regulating the event and charging all these big, huge fees to these little amateur shows, it pretty much shuts them down. And so what will happen is you'll find a lot of kids out on the street competing in the schools, instead of competing in a controlled environment.
The costs include $600 every 2 years for a promoter's license. A professional competitor's license costs $140. Amateurs need no license, but blood work and physicals would still be required. A hearing on the bill got heated Tuesday.
They thought they were going to come in here and everybody was going to lay down and play dead, and it's not the way it is.
I think what this did was open up a can of worms with the existing statute. It's the underground guys we're worried about, not the guys who are here at this hearing testifying who run a grade A. It's the people we don't know about, and it's the kids.
Supporters of the wider umbrella for the rules say the risks outweigh the costs.
Why wouldn't you want everybody to be tested for HIV, Hep B, and C? All it takes is one person to get infected, and then they'll point fingers at the state.
Concussions are another health risk. Regulated events suspend contestants for a 60-day recovery after knockouts.
Well, it's very easy to say, well, we do these rules, but at the end of the day, if something happens and a kid gets hurt or killed, that's a price way too high to pay.
All of the money that the state collects from the license fees stays with the MMA program special fund, not the general fund. The regulations don't apply to training and recreational fighting sports. The measure was deferred until next Thursday. Gina Mangieri, KHON2 News, Hawaii's news leader.